Hey, what's up, guys? Wanted to put out some helpful tools and something to consider when looking into Prestige and kind of how to improve it. Like, we know some of the champions, some people don't know what are the top champions. They get confused with what they see in their actual account being the top Prestige champions, and that might not be the case in the big picture. So, one of the biggest tools that I use is this website, and I have it linked in the description and in the comments so you can see. But I wanted to take you to the front page because if you visit the website itself, it might be also a little confusing if you've never been to the site. So you're going to see relics, quest, all kinds of items and resources that you can use, but you want to click on champions. Once you click on champions, you're going to get like all these, and you're going to wonder, it's like, okay, how do I figure out the best in the prestige? Well, you're gonna see this tabs right here at the top where it says alphabet class. You're gonna click on the one that says prestige right here, and then once you click on prestige, it actually sorts it the opposite from low to high. So what we're gonna do is then click on it one more time, and it's actually gonna sort it from high to low. But if you see, you're gonna see all these like random champions in there that are bosses that are not playable champions. So if you scroll to the left, you're gonna go and click on 7 stars, and that, for the most part, does the trick. That is going to give you everything you're going to do or need when it comes to 7 star champions that are currently in the top prestige. Now, you could also mix in the 6 stars if you wanted to on this list because there is the possibility of some 6 stars showing up, but I rather just keep it at 7 stars. Again, depending on your progression, if you're curious to just know some of the 6 stars that in prestige, you can do that too. But we're going to click on 7 stars only. And then keep in mind the what you're going to want to look at and filter and look into is the top 30 champions. So here we're starting off with Evo being number one. Onslaught, as you can kind of see, the champions go down further from there, and those are the champions you're going to want to focus on to rank up as high as possible and also invest your 6 stones. So my suggestion here is going to be to take some of these champions in the, like, considering the top 5, top 10. That's going to dramatically improve your prestige in the game. So if you take one of these champions up to rank 4, the ideal start is to have them awaken, and any 6 stone you can get, whether it's generic or that class specific 6 stone, you're going to want to invest it inside that champion. So I'll give you an example. Evo being number 1, that's going to play a huge impact in your prestige. So if you can get this guy, especially with the time change changing here in the next couple of hours, and take him up to rank 4 and awaken and invest a lot of 6 stones. So once you get him to 6200, you're going to notice your prestige improve by a ton. So that is what I'm doing at the moment, is just constantly looking at this list and seeing what champions I do have, don't have at rank 4. Now I'll give you my comparison of my account as well. But yeah, here we got Evo, Ons, like I said, some of the champions, and then just so you know, in my account, all these are rank 4 at the moment, up to Silver Surfer. He's rank 4. The other one, the only ones that are not rank 4 is going to be Danny. It's going to be Zemo, because I don't have Zemo. Danny, because this new top 30 prestige just started, and for me, she was not a fun playable champion, and for me, and now I'm gonna have to invest a couple of minutes into her, familiarizing with her, and then already started working on the rank up. So we currently have her at rank 2. We're gonna be trying to get her to rank 3, and then immediately, as soon as possible, to rank 4. And the reason why, she's only 620, and the reason why though is because she is in that top of the prestige. So that's the biggest thing when it comes to improving your prestige. You're going to want to focus again on maybe the top 10 champions initially. Depending on your size of account, depending on your size of expenditure in the game, that's going to drive how quickly you can prestige up these champions. So that is kind of like the goal and like the list and the resources. Hopefully that helps if you weren't familiar with this. But yeah, let's close this out. And in game, let me show you on the daily, you're going to be able to get this every single day. So you're going to be able to pick between one or the two. We're just going to do the attack boost this time. And it's going to give you another selector here. And in it, you can choose time shards, you can choose rank of materials, the fragments, or you can choose the 7-star 6 stone. I would, again, suggest you start off with that 7-star 6 stone, because the SIGs are going to be incredibly important to the champions you're going to start taking up to rank 4. And then what you're going to do is you're going to find it, pop it, and then obviously if you need, you can bring this list up if you wanted to, and or just know, hey, what champion am I working on? What specific 6-stone do I need for that set champion? So I just mentioned my Danny is SIG 20. And as you can see, I have a collection of 77 6-stones. Now I am going to keep adding more to that because in the science class, even though there is a champion at the moment that requires high prestige that I want to rank up to as well. And that champion, by the way, I'll show you really quick, is this guy, one of my favorite champions, Spider Punk. The animation, the style, everything about him is pretty cool. And as you can see, he's up there in the top 2 as well. But Danny is a little higher, and we're gonna go and we have more 6-stones for Danny. So the ideal impact to my account is gonna be if I take Danny to SIG 200 and rank 4 a lot sooner. The other place you're gonna want to invest your currency in, which is Radiance, is inside the Radiance store. And as you can see, there is a time limit of like 9 before it resets, but you're gonna be able to buy these 10 times. And it's going to cost a certain amount of Radiance. I forget the exact number because it's completely grayed out because I've already spent it. So that is another source of getting you the 6-stones if you have a good source of Radiance coming in, whether it is from Alliance quests from your Alliance teams or individual battleground placement at the end of the seasons. Those are going to be good payouts for Radiance. This one is a little tough to recommend, but it is an option. You get 5 RNG 6-stones with a purchase of, like, I'm at 6,746 at the moment. And that it's pretty pricey when it comes to your Radiance. As you can see, I've already bought a lot already. I was trying to target some 6-stones for a specific champion. I think it was the Cosmic that I was chasing. And I popped these and I opened these and I opened these. But yeah, this is another source, another option you have inside the Radiance as well. Now, when it comes to the Sigil store, this is only available if you do subscribe to the monthly MCOC Sigil, which is $9.99 or $10 a month, depending on your country. Might be a little bit more. But you're going to be able to trade in your huge, depending on your progress and how you manage your account, you might be sitting on a lot of 6-star 6-stones, and you're going to be able to trade those in for 7 stars. Again, helping your prestige. This is mainly going to be for the people that do pay the monthly subscription for that. So that is another option you're going to be able to do, and that's in the Sigil store to get some 6-stones. Now, there is another store, and this is the Mysterium store. Now, I kind of focus my purchases on this store for other resources because I was ranking up some relics, which also helps your prestige. We'll talk about that. But you have these bundles that give you generic 6-stones, or you can get the crystal 6-stones here as well. So that is going to help you out. These are cheaper for sure than the $9,000 Mysterium purchase when it comes to this. But this is another source where you can get 6-stones. All right. And then currently there is at this moment a Sword and Stones store at the moment. So if you were going to be participating, or if you were even considering to buy some stuff, or if you have the units, because this is going to be an option for you to get some 6-stones. So here, fairly pricey, but at $49.99 you can buy 26 stones, and you have some crystals to open along with that, so you get a little bit of fun RNG. Now these 6-stones, I'll show you right now why those are actually helpful. So as you see the hashtag frightful and fantastic, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring this list back up here so you can see it. So I currently have the fantastic, and as you can see, Evo being number 1 in the prestige silver surfer. You got Quicksilver. You also have the newest champion, Carolina Dean, that's coming into the game from the Titan Crystal, or you might have her already. These champions are up there when it comes to the prestige, so those 6-stones can go a long way. If you don't have them, or if these champions of yours are not currently SIG 200 and they're probably sitting at rank 4, or you're considering already, hey, how can I get these? Maybe I'm getting some resources to get the champion to rank 4. Now, along with the purchases that I was just mentioning here at the bottom, I feel like this one is not even worth recommending, but I'm still going to talk about it. You do have the $9.99, like 26 stones and an awakening gem. Man, this one's, I mean, if you need it, I guess it's there, but yeah, no, guys, I don't know. I don't know about that one, but they do have some units. And as we kind of easily skip right over there, right? There's some units here, bundles that you can convert your units for some 6 stones and some deals. So here we go, getting yourself 25 7-star 6 stones, again, really worth it. I think if you have the units to be able to drop 3,500 units, that's 56 stones on your champion. Can improve your prestige by a lot. And then here we have the final one at 25 6 stones with a rank up gem too to help you get that champion up to rank 3 at 3,000 units. Again, very costly, but I think if you want to expedite that, there is an opportunity right now, especially if you can grind those units for free. You can definitely turn in, and you just need what, over 65, just about 6,500 units in total to be able to qualify to be able to pick up these deals. Now, going along again with the spending things, if you pick up daily deals and stamps from the web store, there is options for that. And let me actually show you what I mean to that. So if you go to the unit store, or you can go into the in-game store right here, and you can pick up a stamp for 4.99. What you're going to be able to do is, if you go into the store, typically you're going to want to be looking into the 7 daily stamps. You can trade in these stamps for 5 generic 6 stones. Again, depending on your need, you might actually need other items. Maybe you're closer to getting that rank 4 instead of some 5 6 stones. This might be better for you, but they are also found inside the daily stamp trade-in card. Again, now it's tied into money, but at the moment, as of September, early September, we do have this trade-in option that Kabam rolled out. And so for 150 stamps, if you're collecting them, if you have them, if you're going to be able to get them, you're going to be able to acquire a ton of 6 stones depending on the class you need. Or you can just say, hey, I actually benefit, I already have the champion almost 6,200. I rather just progressively get them slowly, but I do need the rank up. So you might benefit from this kind of selection instead of the 6 stone option. But you do need 150 stamps for that. So hopefully you're sitting on a few, and it just requires a bit more to get to the 150. Or if you're starting from scratch, it can get very costly, basically, to pick up this deal. So it might be worth passing. But you also, as of the recording of this, we get like 55 days still available to be able to do this. So now let's talk relics. When looking at prestige, it's combined by two things: your champion prestige and your relic prestige. When it comes to relic prestige and information, that's still kind of hidden. Not many people. There's images floating around of what relics and how they lay out in the prestige. So I know relics are a little bit tougher to come by. It's really hard to open up relic crystals. They just had an event, and it costed a bunch of units to be able to get those as many crystals as possible, and it was require people to also spend some cash. So it was really a little bit more difficult to do. But let's just still cover it. So when it comes to relics, or you look at the prestige right now, like my current champion prestige is 29,388. My relic prestige is 1670. And if we look at this, you can see the champions again by tapping. Let me actually show you. Learn more. Tap. You're going to see the champion prestiges and kind of what I currently am working with. But if you tap the top right and you show, if you where it says view relics, you tap that, it's going to show you my current prestige when it comes to the relics and what relics are actually benefiting me. So as you can see, we have some 7 stars. One of them's already rank 2. The other one's rank 1, but awakened. So that's why he's up there. And then followed with that, you got Spider-Man 2099. Some of the 6 stars rank 5, 6200, rank 3. I believe that's what those relics are. Let's go actually take a look. Kind of forget, or rank 3, as you can see it there. So that is going to let you know kind of my prestige when it comes to the relics and how they look. So let's go back to that screen. This is actually bugged every time you go in and out. And then when it comes to the relics, again, you're going to want to play these accordingly. Like I said, there's not much information on these, but the more 6 stones you get, the higher you can get them ranked up. I can tell you this: Spider-Man 2099, Gamora are some of the highest relics inside the regular relics now. But now you also have the new ones, StatCast relics here. And these, as long as you get them awakened, the 6 stars high sig as possible, you're going to notice that these are going to benefit you more than just the regular relics. The prestige is going to be a little bit higher. So focusing on those two again, and then this is a little bit harder to do because they're just brand new. So a lot of people don't know the information on this. As we get more information and as we get more tools, I'll definitely kind of do a follow-up video just to share that with you guys. But yeah, that is kind of like the tools and features and kind of things that I've been using to help my prestige. And I'll give you some little insights on my champions. Recently took up Quicksilver to rank 4. again, to help the prestige. And then we did a Prowler to rank 4 too as well. He's currently still not SIG 200. He's at SIG 91. I put my Tech 6 stones into him. But if you look at my list of champions, he wasn't in my top 30 because he was rank 3, low SIG, and now he's actually higher than my Sasquatch because he is rank 4. Sasquatch is rank 3, SIG 200. Spider-Man is rank 4, SIG 170, I believe. And then you got Enchantress, Spider Babe, and Jean Grey, all rank 4, but low SIG 20s on these champions. So as you can see, there is a mix of other champions in my account that are helping in my top 30 prestige, which are not in the top prestige category, which is the website that I was showing you. But I still have them there because those are very high SIG level champions. At the moment, like I said, I'm still going to be focusing on going based off the list on those champions first. And once I get a certain amount of the champions in the top 10 up there, top 15 up there at rank 4, SIG 200, then we can kind of like change it up a little bit. Maybe looking at my prestige here, maybe like I say, okay, you know what? I actually like Spider-Man. And he is only like 170, so let's invest more 6 stones into him because he's still in my top 30 and it's going to help me out. Like he's so close to SIG 200 that I can just do that and it helps me my prestige up a little bit. Or a situation where I'm like, hey, you know what? Iceman's almost SIG 200. Let's say he was SIG 200, especially with the free one we just got with the promo code. And I'm like, you know what? Let's get him to rank 4. And at rank 4, that 26 number is going to jump up a little bit because he's at SIG 200. So eventually we're going to get to that point where some of these champions that are here at the bottom that I'm like, hey, you know what? I really like using Werewolf by Night. One of my favorite champions to use too as well. And he's kind of high SIG and he's powerful. So let me just get him to rank 4 because it's going to help my top 30. So that's kind of the cool thing about this setup of top 30. And you can still get some rank ups in there to help your prestige again as well, but also some playable champions that you do enjoy. I think as we get further and further into the months and years, when it comes to the top 30, we're going to start probably seeing a little bit of a shift too as well when it comes to like, hey, you know what, let's now focus on more of the champions. You already got the top 15 or the top 20. Let's try to get the 21st champion, the 22nd champion. And then, of course, Kabam is going to roll out some new champions, like another new top 5 champion prestige. And then everybody's going to want to chase that one and try to get that one, the SIG 200 that one. So we're going to wait on that, see how Kabam handles that. So for now, they've been rolling out some new champions. And they're not heavy on the prestige, at least as of the changes of this new feature to switching it to the top 30. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How are you strategizing? How are you kind of figuring this out? Hopefully this video is helpful. That was the idea behind it. And let me know if there is something else you want me to cover. I know the relics, not really covered it as much, but I think I want to get some more information on those, maybe be a little bit more helpful. But obviously relics do play a big part into your prestige as well because it's calculating the sum of both. But for now, guys, take care. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.